Peace to the galaxy. It's your boy Supreme, and this is Invader Talk, a podcast for millennials and Gen Zs to bridge the gap between tribes by learning through one another. So today, I'm here with my guy, Master Pluggy. What's up, bro?
You know what it is, man. I appreciate you for having me down here. You already know.
Yo, I appreciate you, man, for letting me pull up on you. This is a dope little spot for real, man.
I appreciate you.
Let's get to it, bro.
Well, right now you in Master Pluggy Studios, and this is basically with some of the real live Pluggy experience goes down. When you walk into this building, you get like a real live Pluggy experience vibe. So once you walk in here, it's everything just how I'm moving. It's like a part of the inside of my mind. You know
Okay. So you manifesting, you know what I'm saying, what you thinking.
Basically.
Let's get to, before we get too deep into that, give the people like a quick, bio, or like, who is Master Pluggy?
Master Pluggy is basically, he's the ultimate plug in the entertainment and lifestyle world. He's the person who brings lifestyle and living, and actually, a living lifestyle in real life. So a lot of people, dream about things, and I'm the person to bring it all to reality. Whatever comes to your mind, Master Pluggy makes it happen.
Okay. So you can see where you got to connect the dots, and I think vision is important to have. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to see how to make stuff work, and then also how to create new things that ain't never been here before.
Absolutely.
Tell me what you actually trying to create. You plugging these pieces together, but what's the end goal?
Basically, what I'm trying to is turn everybody into masters in their own field. Okay. So, I see things from above forward all around. I see the outcome of every situation. Okay. I see the possibilities. So what I'm trying to do is encourage people like me, coming from where I came from, and people who's going to come where I'm coming from, and people who's going to be like me. I'm trying to give them a path to success.
Okay, I respect that, bro. It's always like the chance of success is higher when it's something bigger than you. And you gotta move like that, because you get your superpower from boosting everybody else up, right? The Pinnacle of Leadership is like a leader who creates more leaders. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you saying you want to make the blueprint for people who come from where you from? You from Philly?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not just from where I'm from, just from a place that they call the bottom.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like everybody got a hood in their hood.
Okay.
Or everybody got a bottom. You know what I mean? In their city, like, it's just like a lot of people is on a certain level, or in their mind, they feel like they on a certain level. And a lot of people always trying to reach for something so far, and everything is not that far. Like, everything's in reach, but people believe that they can't achieve things because of some of the roadblocks that come in between. And me, success is like, it's success is everything that I want. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But people judge success off of what everybody else got. So they always reaching for what the next person got. So I wanted to I learned something one day that people always reaching too far. Okay. But if you reach next to you, you gonna get a better grab. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to really try to teach people to actually stop reaching so far and start believing in themselves, and only reach with your reaching the people that's actually doing what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And once you understand how to do that, then we can actually get to the next level.
It's all about getting around like-minded people.
Right.
I really like that you said, like, it's a hood everywhere. Because I feel like some people from the hood think, like, yo, my hood is the hardest, illest hood, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't from my hood, you know what I'm saying, I can't fuck with you, you feel me? But you saying, like, you understand it's bottoms everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
It's a bottom everywhere. You go through different situations, and you deal with different situations. But the thing about these hoods and every place that make things dangerous, it's not just because of the place or where it's at. It's the people in these places, and the things they're doing. It's the mindset. It's how they moving. That's creating the situations. Is what's making this hood a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. People talk about like being broke is actually when your bank account don't got no money. Now I think broke is more of a mentality or a frequency that you carry.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's definitely a mentality. It's how you move. Because when you got worth, you don't spend money. Yeah. When you start gaining worth, you don't really spend money to do a lot of things. So you start to move around and understand that your money don't even mean nothing. Especially if I keep paying you for something that you doing and you already doing, like after a while you're gonna tell me I don't need your money no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I love doing this for you. I love what we creating. I love what we doing, and actually it's making me money already. It's making me business. So I don't need your money. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes money can build a relationship or lock something in. It's a substitution, but money is not. Money don't define being rich or you feel what I'm saying?
Russell Simmons' book, Super Rich, we talk about his mindset, not the pockets. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a rich mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about, like, before we talk about what it's actually like to be in, like, the bottom, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk about, like, how did you get out of that mentality, because we already touched on this a second. Like, what the hell happened that made you like, you know what, I'm about to boss up, you know what I'm saying? Or who showed you that you could get out like you showing other people right now?
Well, when I was in Philly, I felt like I did a little bit of everything I could possibly do without doing anything that would make me feel uncomfortable being who I am. You know what I'm saying? And even if like it was times where as though I went and tried to go get a job, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And tried out a job even though I knew that I wanted to just hustle. But people tell me that, hey, you need to go get a job. You know what I'm saying? I got different people in my life that tell me, yo, get a job. This is going to work out for you. So I tried that. I tried to lift and done everything possible that I can do without, compromising how I feel as a person and how I want to lead the way. Once I did that in Philadelphia, I gained a lot of support, but it wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I needed either.
Okay.
I felt like, I needed to grow. In order to grow, I had to leave my city. You know what I'm saying? And I was in my city as an independent artist, and I was in my city as an artist in a group. And I just really didn't like nothing that it was bringing. I didn't like nothing that it was bringing as being in a group. I didn't like success. I didn't like nothing. So I wanted to find a better way to do it. So I figured I just take a fresh start. You know what I'm saying? I seen people being successful, but them successes, if that was going to be my success, I wouldn't have been happy with the success they was doing or how they was being successful. Because you could just see if you follow a certain path that you may end up like that. And even if you're not like that, the people going to feel as though you this way. So I just wanted to change the narrative. And I seen a lot of people go from nothing to something. There's even people in my city, like you could be on a block and it's 10 houses or 20 houses and shit, 2 people in there having a lot of money and 2 people and the rest of the people going to work and the rest of the people, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, I seen people be successful in every situation. I just knew for me, in order to get what I needed, I had to leave my city. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the best place for me at the time was Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like everybody got to get out of their comfort zone to grow. Because if you don't grow, you're going to stay the same. But not even just stay the same. You could be, you know what I'm saying, going back, losing whatever skills you thought you had. If you ain't working on it, you ain't getting better.
I mean, it's like this. You got to really figure out what you're trying to do. In Philadelphia, where I was living at, it wasn't a place that I knew I wanted to die at. Like, this is not where I want to be at forever. Yeah. I like this city. I fuck with everything here. But it's more out there, especially if I can watch TV and I can see this go on, I see that. So if your goal is to do more in life, you can't just be in one spot doing more. Because it's so much more going on. What you conquer in one place is not enough for everywhere else. Mm-hmm. So like I told you, I ran around Philly. I did so much shit that I just started making people mad because I was just having so much success, being in people's faces so much and not stopping. You know what I'm saying? When you in people's face so much, sometimes the love turn to hate. So like I said, I just had to just grow, take this show on roll, test it out somewhere else.
So you in the A now, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me know some of I ain't never really been through Philly like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? What's some good stuff out in Philly? And of course, y'all got the cheesesteaks.
Well, the thing about Philly is, when you say what's good out there, it's kind of hard to say what's good out there. I'm just going to keep it real. And that's what really keeping it real, because you don't want to talk down on your city. But at this point, it's not talking down on your city or talking down on new places. It's like being real. Like, when I go back to my city, I kind of like, yo, what's really good here? The only thing that's really good there is some of my loved ones. Okay. You know what I'm saying? For me, But a lot of things that I learned from there was like a hustle. But when I explained about going back to my city, trying to really figure out what's good, like I noticed that the skies is really great a lot out there. Like the skies is really always great. Even if the sun trying to shine, most of the day it's a great atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? And that's like a mood thing right there. That mood right there, if you're not getting the sunshine in your life, like when you wake up, you may not really feel like
doing shit.
Feel alive,
you don't feel positive. I get you.
Exactly.
You need that sun. That's healthy for your mind.
Absolutely, if you understand the energy. So the energy that's floating around Philadelphia, and it's just something that we was born into as a whole, culture. We was born into something, something bad. And I just think that the only thing good down there is the fact that you learn how to turn nothing into something. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't get a chance to leave. Everybody don't want to leave. Everybody can't afford to leave. I escaped. I felt like Harriet Tubman when I left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, for real though, bro. I forgot to even tell you. One day I was somewhere. It was a whole bunch of people I just met for the first time. Right. It was somebody who was like, "Yo, I'm from Philly." Only person we had in common on the ground, Pluggy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Master Pluggy. And I was like, crazy. Man, he do know everybody. If somebody out here and they from Philly, they know you.
No, that's definitely starting to be the definite story. But with that story right there, I tried to lead the way for my people from Philly. I'm trying to build a bridge. I left the city because, like I said, and we got a lot of rappers. It's a lot of talent. It's a lot of shit in Philly. But what I wanted to let them know that we didn't have to just deal with them problems there. You know what I'm saying? Deal with the fact that everybody hot, or deal with the fact that we beefing with this person. Let's just leave. Let's create something somewhere else so we could take this talent somewhere else. Because a lot of people, like I said, when there's so many people hot, so many people doing this and so many people doing that, it creates a certain type of energy because it turns to competitors.
Yeah.
Now your competitors is not love no more. They're trying to be better than you, and it don't work like that.
Yeah.
So our city is a community. They try to refer to a crab in the barrel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Man, it's just like it's even the same way this industry is. Like when it get oversaturated with the same things, people start using and sacrificing people to get what they want. So I left Philly, like I said, to show these guys and show the people that it's something different out here, because people is really influenced by this music that we do. They listen to our music. If you're a great person they follow you. So it's great that people is knowing me from Philadelphia. So that's why we're doing this interview, because it's more to understand why I'm left here, because like I said, people dying, so many senseless things, so many crimes. It's so much bullshit in Philadelphia. Now that I have been coming down here, and there's so much opportunities, the small opportunities that we've been having down here that mean so much to just a Philly person. So now I've been having so many Philly people, they've been coming down here. Some of them haven't even been linking with me, but they'll come and go to an event or been to a place, and that is enough, and they're feeling successful in their career because it's more than what they're doing. So now they go back home, they learn something from down here, and they take it back home. You know what I'm saying? And bringing it to what they got. And it's the bridge that we building now.
Okay, my man said he the Harriet Tubman from Philly. Okay.
Harriet Tubman of the underground.
I like it, and I respect it that you ain't just say, you know what, I might just go win and then say fuck everybody. You like, nah, because that's a quality of like a true leader, you feel me? Like, because you can't be at the top by yourself, because that's when you get that, you gonna get knocked off if you don't got nobody who got your back.
See, that's the thing about it. When it came to Philly, like, when I say Master Pluggy, like, I've been a master. When MC, master of ceremonies, like when you start saying your MC, that's what that is, you know what I'm saying? But I've been a master, and I mastered the game. And when I looked at the game, I'ma just meet this particular me. I was H.A. Spady in Philly. I kind of like rise to the top of Philadelphia through my hustle. It was very easy. Because I hustled very hard. You know what I'm saying? So, when you do that, I did see that I would be sitting at the top by myself. And when you're sitting at the top by yourself and you climb past all your competitors, you become a target. And I was becoming a target in Philadelphia.
They're going to team up against you, and then you're going to be outnumbered. Yeah,
be outnumbered and all that type of stuff. So now, as you say, like, we here in Philadelphia. I mean, we here, when I talk about Atlanta, when I say the Harriet Tubman of the underground, I came from Philadelphia and I went to the bottom of Atlanta. I came to the bottom. I didn't come... I wanted to rebuild from the bottom, because I wanted to see if I could build what I built in Philadelphia down here. So I came straight to the bottom in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, to get to where we at now.
Yeah.
In which
Now you're doing pretty good too.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's working out. The plan is working.
You said people love the musical influences from Philly. Can you tell me some of your musical influences? They don't got to be from Philly, just in general.
I mean, in general, in life, it was always Jay-Z.
Okay.
Eminem. Tupac.
Okay.
Yeah, they was the leaders of influence. And then when I came down this way, I always would listen to people like Future. I was tuning to Rich Homie Quan, Lucci, and Schoolie, and yeah.
Okay, I remember. See, you really tapped into the Atlanta. You ain't just go, okay.
Exactly.
I remember listening to Future in high school.
Exactly.
Being in Atlanta when the Migos first popped, it was
before
crazy.
Before they even popped off type shit, and it was a whole different atmosphere down here.
What about Hov? Do you really admire? Is it mostly the bars? Is it the business, or is it the overall who he is as a person?
Which is crazy is I used to never like his music as a kid. That's my pop favorite artist.
Okay.
Jay-Z used to always listen to listen to this guy. For some, I found out that me and him was the same birthday.
Okay.
So it's like when I looked at the moves that I was making, and I was studying my business and studying the world, they say you had to study the greats. So when I started studying the game, my research came about that me and him was one of the same. That all came through research, and I started liking him over looking at my moves and comparing to his moves. I'm like, wow, I'm looking at his story and I'm looking at my story. And that's what, and I never really try to move like him. I just see that my moves is already working out the way his, it's just in a new game, new time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the energy, it's just the atmosphere, it's just.
Somebody told me before, they was like, if you want to be a great mind, you gotta study other great minds.
Yeah, so I did that, and I learned that, and I studied not only Hov, I studied people like Rick Ross, I studied people like Russell Simmons, I studied people like I don't even know who I studied. I studied different books. I studied so many different books. 50 Cent. I studied, and one in this studying doesn't happen just on, I study people like Steve Harvey. These studying, this homework doesn't happen just through the book. Yeah. I just use the new age. I went on YouTube.
You got to right now. I see that all the time.
I watch videos. I study business. I study label work. I study different execs. I study my watching movement. I watch movies. I learn better by visual. So I studied all these things. Listen to radio. I go to sleep, listen to music. I study, You
download information constantly. Exactly. I'm the same way. I feel like if you wasting time, like in 2021, this information floating in the air. Mm-hmm. If you don't know how to do something, you can Google it. You can get on YouTube and see somebody showing you a video step by step. Now, it ain't even just like slideshows and stuff like that.
They can definitely do that, but the thing about that is also I learned from school is going to the right source stuff. So a lot of people is downloading the wrong information. A lot of people click the first thing they see. First thing they hear, listen.
So repeat it.
Yeah, so it's not just going on Google. You have to do your research and find the right source. So these come before I do any studying. I make sure I'm getting sourced by the top 3. So I narrow it down with the top 10 sources first, and I look at my reviews. I look at feedback, and then I narrow it down to these top 3, and then I study the top 3. That's why I study, and all these different people I study, I take a page out of their book and put them in mind. When it comes, you gotta really
do the right research.
I
tell people that you gotta get different perspectives. Mm-hmm. Even if you got one topic, though, whoever wrote that book, you gotta take into account how they grew up, their religion, what party they is, like if they Democrat, Republican. It's all gonna influence the information that they trying to give out.
Exactly. A lot of people receive me. That's why you gotta do more than one. So and then when you talk about religion, a lot of this stuff comes from a different, what you said, it's come from a different mindset. So you compare, and if you get 4 or 5 people talking about the same thing, now you on the same page. And most of this could really compare to what you already know. Everything is in your mind. Everything is in your mental already. Yeah. It all starts there. Like, we know this shit already. We reminding ourselves, educating ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But it's, like I said, where we getting this source from. And I know that I'm a qualified source. That's why I'm Master Pluggy. Yeah. Now people can know that that's the master. And his master plug also. So when it's coming from me, that's final.
Okay.
It's final. It's confirmation. So that's what we got going on.
I fuck with the whole energy that you bringing, man. Like,
right.
I feel like the thing about right now is not too many people is organic, and or even about what they even say they do, like on social media, because social media it's a game. I know you know that's the ultimate game right now.
The game. It's what's just crazy is they got this new stuff out called the metaverse.
Okay, yeah, let's go there.
Social media is already the metaverse. You're already locked in. That's how they created metaverse off of what they accumulate how much time we already spend. They know it's gonna work because we already locked into another world already. Being community, controlled by the social media and stuff like that. And the thing about Instagram and social media, and like you said, when people, admitting to what they doing, a lot of people don't even know what they doing. They're doing things with not knowing the consequences in action, and that's why I'm here. I'm here because I see this shit. Like, I'm a person, like, I hate to be fooled. And I followed a lot of people's tracks, but I followed it fast. I could follow it in my mind. I could follow it with the research. I could study. I could see a path. I could look in the future. I look ahead. I look above. And I see the message that everybody's putting out there. And I know that the message that I'm putting out there is going to get through. Because everybody putting the same message out. So it's just like me. It's like this little red dot running through this crowd of all black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my shit going to get through. And it's getting through slowly but surely as it going. It's touching people. But at the end of the day, a lot of people putting out a bad message. They putting out bad shit all for the love of the money. And we already talked about money don't mean shit out here. It's all about living life the way you want to live life and being successful.
Having those experiences that make you grow into that person that you see yourself being in your own mind. You know what I'm saying? You spoke being a master into existence.
Yeah, exactly.
You live like that. That's why a lot of people ain't honoring, you know what I'm saying? They just making up their names and stuff like that. They ain't honoring who they say they is.
Absolutely. You are what you say you are. The name you put on you, you are. The name that you live by your name. And that was another thing. I was living by No Bricks. My name was No Bricks. In Philadelphia, it was HHP.
He was on go back in there.
Nobody would let me stop. Nobody would let me stop. And I knew I was the plug for real. So that's why we had to switch the narrative.
So let me talk about this too. It seemed like you had a moment. You know what I'm saying? And you had there was a bunch of moments that made you realize, like, yo. But was there like a specific moment that was like, that made you just snap, or you was just like, you know what, ain't nobody coming to save me, fuck it, I'm about to just do this?
Yeah, being in Philadelphia, grinding so hard, coming from nothing, and then actually having some success, like genuinely having some success and genuinely grinding from nothing to something, and seeing how that shit can turn from the hate to the love, like, from love to hate and back around. Yeah. Like, actually feeling that and knowing that, that shit is kind of like, is hurtful. Like, cause a lot of things I done and do was always with family and friends and stuff like that. So, I done been through so much. I have got shot in my city. I've been jumped in my city. I've been, dissed in my city. I've been, robbed in my city. And at the end of the day, these type of things happen to people who were supposed to happen to people that's out there doing things of these nature.
Yeah.
Or actually out there doing things that's, provoking for these things to happen. But while me having a positive voice out there and a positive influence out there, I still had to go through these things. With family, with friends, with, strangers, simple strangers. And, all these things can be near death if you succumb to these situations. Mm-hmm. If you succumb to a situation where it's though me going through a fight, or me getting jumped and not liking how it go down, or me getting the best of somebody getting the best of them, and I take it and I keep on going. The only end game for that is death. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that death in jail is an option, whereas though, because some people not going to jail. Some people's going to go, they're going to live or they're going to die, and I wasn't ready to die, but I almost died. You know what I'm saying? And that clicked in my head. If I died, or if I would have died, and anytime I die, if I haven't accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish, that's going to, like, everything will be for nothing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay. We can't make this be for nothing. And when we do die, we want to make sure that, we did everything we was possibly could do, and the message was put out there the absolutely right way. So that's why I clicked. I clicked because I realized that I got the power. I got the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This shit is in me. I'm going to lead the fucking way. Ain't nobody going to do it for me. Because a lot of people have told me no. And I'm going to tell you, nobody no matter. But the only matter in my life, and it's probably crazy, don't take this in no type of way. My mama, shout out to Mama Pluggy. You know, we struggle so bad in Philly. But the realest thing you could tell a person is no. If I ask you for something, don't tell me yeah and don't give it to me.
Yeah.
That right there is worse than telling me no.
That bothered me too.
Yeah.
Like say nah the first time.
I don't have it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But the realest thing my mama ever told me was no. You know, at one point I came and asked her for something. I don't know, with some money. I felt like I needed it. And I'm like, Mom, I need this. You know, I asked everybody, but I asked my mama. And my mama was like, I don't know what to tell you, I don't got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If she ain't no excuses for me, she said, I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, okay. So if she ain't got it, I gotta go get it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just simple.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? Because if my mama don't got it, and what happens is when people, that's how, that's your motivation behind things. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm trying to tell you she ain't got it, I gotta go get it because my mama's always had it. For me anyway. She always had it for me and she always had it for her kids.
And so that just give you that feeling like because she loved you the way she do, that if she did have it, she would. So it hurt you. So
exactly. I'm like, it's my time to tap in. Yeah, it's my time to be a man now. Like, my mama ain't got it, and she telling me no. Like, sometimes she probably want to say no, but she made it happen. Yeah. But this time she really saying, I don't got it, son. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, it's my time now to tap in.
Okay. Some people, I feel like some people don't even feel like that. Some people would rather play the victim, and it's dope that you see, like, you know what, I got more power than, you know what I'm saying, nobody gonna tell me what my power level is.
Yeah, because when being out here, like, I'm out here in this field, I'm out here in these streets, and I know what I can get. I know what I can do. And rather than ask somebody for it, and knowing that they don't have it, or knowing, I just know what I can do. So, like I said, it's just enabled me to, like I said, to go get it. Like, I have always thought different people had it. My mama was just the only person that was real enough to tell me, no, I don't got it. But other people who act like they had it, they was the ones that never told me no. So they all click these buttons in my hand. Cause how you acting like you got it when somebody need it, you can't give it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So what is really going on? Do people really have it? So I wanted to go get it for myself. And when I started getting it for myself, like, it feels good. Great. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I remember when I bought my first, I bought an Xbox. I worked at Wendy's when I was 15. Niggas was coming over. I'm like, yo, you see this shit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I bought it. It was like $300. I thought it was a lot, but it felt, I was so, pride is a sin, but at that time, I was real proud.
It was real proud because you bought that. That's a lot of money at that time. $300. Like,
it hit different though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I respected it. I took care of it.
And I'm about to say you keep it longer also.
Yo, I want to talk about music a little bit with you too, man. Because we kind of got off. We gonna go back into the metaverse because we can't just skip over that. But,
absolutely.
But while we talking about Philly, I know you familiar with $1 Million Worth of Game.
Absolutely. Shout out to Gilly and Wallow.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's my favorite podcast right now, other than myself for real. But I heard them Gilly talking about he could flame Joe Budden in a rap battle, in a versus. Who you got in a versus?
Well, the thing about the verses is nowadays I'm kind of confused of what is the whole narrative when it comes to verses because it started off a certain way, and then one of the verses that I actually paid attention to was Jadakiss and Dipset verses, and what they did was they turned it into like a battle type of situation. Okay. And ever since then, other artists been trying to do that, but people don't got them type of songs to even battle. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I thought verses was supposed to be hit for hit. So if we not talking about if we talking about the verses, because both of them two guys, they don't have the type of song. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So as far as a battle, I got Gilly. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I would have to go with Gilly. But as far as songs though, like I I would go Gilly on both
Okay.
sides. Yeah, I go Gilly on both sides. I'm not. Joe Buttons had a good song, but I'm not a big fan of Joe Buttons. You know.
Yeah, I'm not a super fan either. You feel me? Like
But I'm not.
Pink Game.
I'm not opposed to him.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I'm not a big fan of him because I don't understand his career. Like he did a few songs. He had a song I actually liked it, but he didn't progress with it. Yeah. So like, it's artists like that. Like if I like and I fuck with you and whatever happened with your career and I don't understand it, these are the things that make me mad. Like these are the messages we putting out to other people. Yeah. Because some of these artists be the reason why other artists is getting started. So if you start your career with a hit off single, blah blah blah, and you just disappear and you come out of nowhere to podcast and I don't know, like that is not a. I mean, it's great. Explain it to me. Let the world know what's up. Like in these interviews, I'm doing everything because I had to. Like. Everybody was doing in music in Philadelphia. Everybody doing it, so nobody was just gonna give a rap. I've been doing music as long as since rap wasn't really cool as to be a rapper. I've been doing that shit so long since then. But so I had nobody would help a person like me and us, these type of artists. So I have a reason. I want to know the reason. Yeah, I want to know the understanding because, like I said, a lot of people, I'm leading away from my people because it's too much misunderstanding. It's too much. Bullshit and foolery out here.
The verses is a little confusing too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even the artists that be going on verses don't even be knowing.
Well, what happens now is
sometimes.
Yeah, they confuse it because it's now a money thing. Once it become money and it become very, very into the business, it got to elevate different. It's to the point even, like, as I get into it and I look and I see Swiss Beats in them that's losing control because now it's about the money. Because everybody, hey, I want this bag, I want this, and we're going to charge you this amount to do this. And no, we're not going to be able to do this because you're going to have to go there and buy this. It gets about money. You know what I'm saying? So once it be about the money part, it just moved different. You got to understand.
I remember I used to fuck with, you know what I'm saying, URL, you know what I'm saying, Smack. Like, you know what I'm saying, people come talking about, like, Arsenal, you know what I'm saying, Tay Rod, Sue Surf, you know what I'm saying, that was my favorite. You fuck with battle rap?
Yeah, I fuck with battle rap. Like, if you don't know, shout out to Cassidy. That's my partner right there. I've been doing a little bit of work with him. He opened up his plaques in the studio probably about 2 months ago. It's platinum plaques, and we do a lot of battle. With Jag been down here. Easy the Block Captain. Shout out to him. K Walker. Yeah, we very very influenced in the battle culture. Okay, you know what I'm saying.
That's what I would like to see a little bit more of than the verses. I think the verses was cool for like another idea, but I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? I run up in your crib with the glamour. You know what I'm saying? That crazy shit.
A little bit more raw face to face type shit.
Yeah, that. So
I agree.
What when you grade an artist when you listen to them, like what do you grade them on?
What I grade an artist on, I first, like, if I tune into your music, if it's a good song, it's a good song. Yeah. As far as me, I always start with lyrics, but you don't have to be so lyrical through the whole song, but if the whole song got a meaning, I'm cool with that. So that's what I'm judging on. I'm judging on the whole
package.
The whole package of the song. And then if I like the song, then I'll look into the artist. Okay. When I'm looking to the artist, then I'm judging character, I'm looking at what you're selling, because this music is what you're selling. Yeah. So your image and all that. So if I can buy into this artist, now you got me as a following and all that type of stuff. And then I start depicting them and, all that type of shit when I talk about everything else I talk about, far as, is he really doing what he say, or why is he putting this message, or where he come from. I start doing all that. That makes me continue to follow an artist. Yeah. So that's why people like Future, even people like Young Thug, Lil Baby, like these artists that I can continue to listen to them, because when I listen to their music, it's great. How they put it together, great. The message out there, great. All right, now when I go ahead and I look into what they doing in their life, okay, cool. Where they come from, cool. What message? Okay, all right, they solid with me. Okay, they gotta check out on
different,
every level. You know what I'm saying? As you active with your people, like.
I feel like that is what makes the music better too, though. Mm-hmm. Like with Lil Durk,
story.
I feel like he rose to the top, to the top level rappers recently. Absolutely. But he was going through a lot. But he was putting his real life in the music, which what made people attracted to the authenticity. Absolutely. That's what people like Chief Keef when they first came out, 21 Savage. Right. Niggas really in the hood, like Future. You know what I'm saying? Talking about how he had to come up. You know what I'm saying?
It's talking about things that people actually relate to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when we listen to music, everybody listens. So if you listen to something Like, all you gotta do is hear something, see something about 3 times in order for it to really start, clicking in your head. And people don't get it. Like, people want to talk about the Illuminati.
Oh, let's go.
Right? And they try to make it seem like it's something, and who cares what it is or what it's not. But let me tell you something. When it comes to that, whatever they make it seem, that same thing is already being imitated into this world. Right? Mm-hmm. So when you say a hook is on a song 3 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever I'm saying in this hook, bang, bang, shoot a nigga, bang, bang, and then I say the words, bang, bang, shoot a nigga. So if I listen to this song 20 times a day, I'm chanting this. This is a chant. Mm-hmm. I'm already taking over my mind.
It's an affirmation.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Now they're training their people. These followers is code. They following. They training, and they only thinking this is your mindset. This is your theme song to your day. This is how you moving. This is your energy. This is how you moving. So it's already illuminated. You know what I'm saying? Okay. If I ain't throwing up this sign, I'm throwing up that sign. If I ain't wearing this color, I'm wearing just this color. You feel what I'm saying? If it ain't that logo, it's this logo.
I feel that. People is out here sheeping around. That's what I say. They sheeping around and not the black one. Everybody want to be a part of the herd, and I feel like people like click up to become one person now. Yeah. They don't want to think for themselves.
Well, at the end of the day, we all. Well, I'm not gonna say we all, but it's a whole. This whole community is controlled by someone at the top. Ooh, it's controlled by people pressing buttons. You know what I'm saying? And if you gotta do some shit like this, like when you drop some music, if you gotta do this, all that shit, that's already controlled.
Yeah.
I'm already going to somebody else's world to do that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Whoever made this computer, whoever runs the internet, whoever runs Google, I'm already dealing with. They control the buttons. They controlling how we move in order to get this to people anyway. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, when you understand that, and people was all trying to push for that, but not really. They trying to push for power, but they don't have control. Mm-hmm. But right now, we just moving away. The controllers want us to move already.
And we moving, most of the people is dumb, deaf, and blind right now. We can't even say. It's more people that sleep than that's awake right now. And that's or at least searching for the answers. There's some people, and anybody who perpetuates this matrix is an agent. You feel me? Like, people who really realize what's going on,
right?
But they don't want to say shit that, like Cypher in the movie The Matrix, he was like, man, I'll give y'all all the information, just make me rich and da-da-da-da, make it feel real. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that's what the metaverse is coming to.
Well, I told it's crazy because I just said it the other day. I said the internet and social media itself is already the matrix. Like, the metaverse, like you say, that's the final. Well, when
the next level.
It's when the bad guys in the movies, they say this is the final. No, this is the beginning.
Yeah.
That's what the metaverse is. The metaverse is the beginning of control. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? A beginning of them taking control. But we've been in the matrix.
Now we just, with the metaverse, they're allowing us, instead of just getting like this and scrolling, I can get inside of Instagram. I can see, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you tapped in with the Oculus, they've been in the metaverse. I was in there and I was like, I see how soon enough you could be in there and not know that you in there.
I was about to tell you, I don't want to be in there. I know what it's like in there because my mind can already tell me what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, for me, like, that's life. It's consequences. Like, we know what's about to happen and we go and that's just what it's temptation. Like, for me, I know what's going on. I'm learning.
Yeah.
But it's just some doors that I won't open.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see what's on the other side because the consequence of even seeing what's on the side. You can't unsee things.
Yeah, once you change, you can't change
visualize.
Yeah.
What they're giving, when you put on a vision, even if you put on some glasses, and this vision that they're giving you is only the vision of somebody else anyway. Yeah. The same vision that you can create yourself. This the mind. They fucking with our head.